So, okay, side note to this conversation I was just having about love. I'm watching, I'm currently watching Fantasy Island. Fantasy Island. Don't hate. I love that show. And this episode is like, when you get these you get the Fire Stick and you have the app that you can watch these episodes on, and it's like buffering forever. So this must have been sitting there, and I really thought I was on pause at this point, and it had been sitting there for the longest time. And of course, it's going to like just start when I'm here on kind of video. That's neither here nor there. But going back to what I was saying about love. So love in the various levels that it is, the umbrella of love. I was feeling like I thought it was pretty cool to think about those that really do love me and care for me, and how each person, when I think about how they make me feel, and they make me feel good about myself, and how I appreciate it. Because everybody's in your life for a reason, and like I was saying, that love is like is a huge energy, and you get so much from it. It's healing, it's very healing when people feel loved. um, it breathes life to you. It breathes life to you, because you think about someone that actually commits suicide, is they don't feel the love anymore. It's like that has left them, and they have nothing to live for. And it doesn't even have to mean love from other people, because they have, obviously, I feel like a lot of people that do commit suicide, they have people that love them a lot and show them. But I feel like it's a love they didn't have inside internally, that you have to love yourself. You have to love yourself. And I had to learn to love myself, because I didn't. I didn't love myself for a long time. When I looked in the mirror, I just didn't like what I saw. Um, and I thought that losing weight and working out was going to get me that feeling that I was looking for. And it didn't. It wasn't a physical thing. It wasn't an outward thing. It was an internal thing. And until I looked at myself internally and actually saw that I like this person, I enjoy being around myself. I make myself happy. I make myself laugh. The thoughts that I have sometimes, some days, it's just too much. You got to entertain yourself. And it's just like, when you have that, when you finally have that, it's very evident, and people see it, and it shows, and it comes from the outside in. And when you're genuinely happy, that's when then things start coming to you. You start attracting love. You start attracting great things in your life. Somebody actually texted me and was like, "You look confident." And I was like, because they haven't seen me in a while, and they see my pictures, and I was like, let me look at old pictures, and it's like, and there's truth to what, he said, because I never even thought of it before. And I've had people say, you look good, like they're like, you have this, glow about you, and I'm glad, because it makes me feel good. It makes me feel like I've been doing the work needed to kind of repair my heart and myself, and just letting the inward Anissa show on the outside, again, because it was there. It used to be there a long time ago, and she fell away, and like I feel like I'm back to who I originally was, an even better version of myself, actually. So, and not being ashamed of who I am, and hopefully, and not hopefully, but I know that whomever comes my way will appreciate me being authentic, and I don't have to hide my true self anymore. And so I just want to leave with that, just that Love, it's not so insignificant of a thing that we should limit it to just a romantic thing. We gotta find our soulmate. We gotta find the one. You know, it's not just about that. It's so many. It's so many pieces to it. It's a piece of it. You know what I mean? It's a piece of it. And you think about it. If you think about a big puzzle called love, the romantic part is part of it. You know, family love, friendship love, you know, career love, you know, self-love. I mean, there's so many variations of it, and that makes it complete. And so I feel like that's when you're truly complete as a person, when you have all of those things together. And so self-love, that's a big one. It's a big one. You know, gotta love yourself. You gotta love yourself. I know it's like so, and like the cliches. I think when people say things over and over, sometimes it like doesn't, it loses value sometimes, and it can be so true, but it's just like, I just feel like maybe we should find another way to say these things, you know. But when you say it's like self-care is best care, you know, and I guess when people say it, it's so off-putting, you know, but it's just like self-love is the best love. Like self-love, it's like you can't love anybody else or they can't love you without you loving yourself first. It's like, okay. I mean, it's truth, but it's like we gotta find a better way to say that because it just sounds so whack. All the time I hear people say it, I'm like, you just roll your eyes, even though it's so true. It's so true, and I'm just like, how else can we say this? I don't really know. I'm not thinking about that, but it's just like, you gotta love yourself. You know what I mean? You really truly do, because I was listening to this guy and there's something he was saying about soulmates. And what he was saying was, when you finally love yourself, truly, he was saying you're not going to have that expectation that the other person should feel it, a void. What is that? A void. He was saying that it's like there's no void there. You're not looking for somebody to fill a void, is what he was saying. What he's saying is that you're both full, and it's like you already know what the other person needs. Because one, you're trying to fulfill their needs. You're not trying to wait for them to fill yours. You know what I mean? So when you're worried about them and they're worried about you, it's like there's no way to be selfish. It's like you only care about their happiness and vice versa. You know, when a person doesn't love themselves, they can't really love you because they don't know what they need. They don't know what kind of love it takes to make them happy. They don't know what it is that they truly need to be fulfilled. And so therefore, they ruin somebody else's life because the other person is really trying to fill that void and trying to fill that person's need and love them, but that other person can't accept it. They can't receive it because they don't even know. And at the end of the day, they ruin that other person's life because they're so they're helpless, because it's like they don't know. And they may even blame that person for not knowing. You should just know. But should we? Do you know? You know what you know you need? And it's like I was guilty of it. You should just know. How selfish is that? What a selfish thing to say. You should just know. How should they just know? They don't know you like you know yourself. You should know. And it's like, I don't know, like I think about a lot of the selfish things that I used to say and do. And so again, the forgiveness thing wasn't just for my ex or anybody else. It really was for me, because I did things and I said things even myself because I wasn't whole. I was expecting him to fulfill things that couldn't be fulfilled or filled, because I didn't know. myself. I didn't care and love myself enough to find out. So hopefully in the next round, round 2, take 2, I think that I will be better suited for somebody because I've learned myself. I've learned how to love myself again, and to make me happy, and not to expect anybody else to make me happy, because that's setting that person up for failure, and it's unfair. You're not, if you're unhappy, how dare you expect somebody else to make you happy, you know? And I tell you, like I said, I've been guilty of it, you know. It's an internal work that we have to do first, a lot of times, and we're afraid to do it, and we really want somebody else to do it for us, but that's not fair. So yeah, it's just been like a lot of things I've been thinking about, a lot of things going on in my head, and so yeah, so I'm leave it at that. Crazy season is about to be over, so we're thinkers, so it's like been a lot of thought processing going on, you know. So but yeah, so I'm gonna leave it on that note, and yeah, till next time, peace.